So here we have the Aputure 300D Mark II. It's a complete redesign, especially when it comes to the control box, and a slight redesign on the head. So you can see we have this whole new design in terms of color. We have this red stripe and this new metal super sturdy grip right here. And we also have, just like on the 120D Mark II and the Skype and our just like we have in our 120D Mark II and our WRGB, we have this adjustable ratchet handle, just like on our Spotlight as well. Super strong, super sturdy connection, the same thing that is used on our Skype cameras. In addition, we also upgraded the yoke, so we have full 360-degree rotation ability. Unlike on the 120D Mark II, where you only have 330, this is any position you need this to be in, you can put it in. At 1 meter, you can get, with the 7/8 reflector, 13,200 lux, and with the Fresnel 2X, at 1 meter, you can get up to 80,000 lux at spot. So, and over here, let's move over to the control box. So the control box is a whole new design. There's all-in-one unit. No fans, fanless heatsink design. So no more loudness from the AC unit of the 300D Mark I. It's completely quiet, completely silent. And you can see right here also our new concealed antenna. It's powerable by the Aputure remote, but also can be controlled by the app. And of course, just like the DMX 5-pin, just like the WRGB, the Sky, and the WRGB, and the Aputure 120D Mark II. Of course, also uses Neutrik PowerCon connectors. One of the cool things about this ballast, in addition to it being completely fanless and all metal, is that we've put feet on it, so you can rest it wherever you need to go. But you also have this quick release plate. Now this quick release plate is something that we've added to the 300D Mark II and the WRGB. So you'll be able to mount this control box onto this clamp that comes with the 300D Mark II. And you can mount it to your light stand, to truss, to whatever you need. And all you gotta do is just slap it in like that. Super sturdy connection. And if you can't mount the clamp for whatever reason, or you don't have the time, you also have this military grade paracord. Military grade paracord, 6 gauge, is able to hold up to 450, 500 pounds, and braided it's 2 to 3 times as strong. So our control box is not 1,000 pounds, but this could definitely handle it. This is the same material that paratroopers use when they're parachuting from the sky. So if they trust it, we trust it. In addition, one of the cool features, in addition to the PowerCon connection, is the fact that you can now power this light up to 50% with a single battery. On the original 300D Mark I, you have to use 2 batteries to power the entire unit. Now, you can power the unit with a single battery for up to 50% of the output, making it similar to a 120D Mark II. So in a pinch, if you only have 1 battery, if all the other ones are dead, or because batteries are kind of expensive, you can use a single battery. Also, USB firmware updatable with a USB port right here, so any effects, anything that we want to add in the future, you can do. Speaking of effects and stuff like that, we also have built-in dimming curve control. So all of our lights currently up to the 120D Mark II use an exponential dimming curve. Now you have the option of exponential, logarithmic, S-curve, or linear. Everyone was asking us for a linear dimming curve, so when you knock your light down or you increase your light by double, that is double the output. Now, with linear, if you take 50% away, that is 50% of the output. No more guessing how much less bright it is at 10%. You have full control, linear control. You also have built-in effects, 8 built-in effects, just like the ones we had before. You have lightning, TV, but now you also have pulsing, and you also have strobe, and you also have explosions, which you can trigger using this button over here, the trigger release button. So that's our 300D Mark II with the completely new redesigned ballast.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I forgot to show you, but you can put it if you want. Actually, there's a couple other things I want to show you. So, another 300D Mark II. Also, we have now changed out the connectors to use a male to female 5-pin XLR cable. So no longer is it a male to male XLR, it's male to female 5-pin XLR. So if you lose yours, you can replace yours in a pinch with any standard 5-pin XLR cable. In addition to the 3-meter one that we include inside the kit, we now have the option for you to buy a 7.5 meter long cable that is about 25 feet from the control box to the head. So you can either put it on a menace arm, on a Gold Coast, on a Mambo combo stand. You can raise a light as far away from the control box as you want, to about 25 feet, and still keep your control box mounted and you stand within reach. And the new case is something super small that you wouldn't expect us to talk about, but it's super durable. Knife proof on the bottom, take a slash. There have been a bunch of scratches on here because of people have been taking a knife to it, and it's still completely fine. Super easy to clean material, super durable. I wouldn't stab it, but you can for sure make sure that your lights are well taken care of. In addition, I'm pretty sure you can't do this with your current 300D2 case. Our new case is a hard shell case with a soft exterior, so super comfortable and super comfortable to sit on in either a vertical configuration or a horizontal configuration. This case is completely empty, super durable. You don't need a Pelican case for your new 300D Mark II. So here we have our new WRGB 300 watt LED panel from Aputure. This is the largest LED panel that we make. It's a WRGB soft light. That means it has a white chip and a red chip, green chip, and blue chip throughout the light. It is the equivalent brightness to an ARRI Sky Panel S30 for about a third of the price at $16.99 is our tentative pricing at the moment. We also offer separate accessories such as this softbox, barn doors, and a honeycomb grid that slides right into the tracks on our WRGB light, and a separate battery control box that is going to also be sold separately. So that's going to be powered by 4-pin XLR to a battery control box that has either 2 V mount or 2 gold mount battery plates. So here, again, as you can see, no ballast in this, so no heavy ballast like in your Sky Panel 30s. You're going to have a super lightweight design. It is hefty, but that means it's built for any film set. Heavy enough to be built for any film set, but still light enough to be completely maneuverable. So again, this is controlled by a 5-pin XLR to our control box, and on the bottom you have 5-pin DMX in and out. You have the ability to store presets inside the controller, and in terms of light modes, you have your effects, which is it's on right now. It's on a color chase effect. You have your WRGB control, your white, red, green, blue, XY control for XY color coordinates. You have your source if you want to match a tungsten or HMI source. You have your gels effects. So we have over 300 Roscoe and Lee gels built in this entire gel library. We have CCT, which is color temperature control. You can go from 2800 Kelvin to 10,000 Kelvin. And of course your HSI control, hue, saturation, and intensity. And then of course it is powered by Neutrik PowerCon connectors, super sturdy, the same ones that we're using in our 120D Mark II and our 300D Mark II. This is a more refined design from the model that we showed off last year that we teased. This is also using a combo junior baby pin mount, just like the spotlight mount. This way you can mount it onto a C stand or a junior combo stand, whatever you need to do. So this is the Aputure 300D, and this is the Aputure spotlight mount actually. So it's one of our modifiers for the Aputure CLB 120 300D lines of lights. It's our spotlight ellipsoidal type light. It comes with your option of 3 different lenses: a 19-degree lens, a 26-degree lens, or a 36-degree lens that we're looking to sell for about $499 at the moment. And each separate lens, 19, 26, or 36, that you get separately, we're looking at approximately $250 for the price point right here. So we have our new adjustable ratchet handle that we have on the 300D Mark II and the 120D Mark II. It gives a really sturdy feel to the yoke. And the yoke actually also has a combo junior and baby pin. So you can throw on any C stand, any photo stand, but also any junior combo stand, any clamp that you need, any C clamp with a junior or baby pin receiver, you got it, it'll fit. Now to adjust the focus, you just loosen this knob right here and shift the lens forward or backwards just like you would on any other ellipsoidal light. And it comes with 3 different gobos and a gobo holder. So you have your Venetian blinds right here, your tree branches right here, and you have your standard abstract cuculoris right here. In addition to that, you can purchase separately an iris that will help you control the size of your final output. That's sold separately. We're thinking about $100 for the price on that, and you can actually use both the gobo and the iris at the same time. So let me focus the iris again, the gobo again. You can see some Venetian blinds over there, and then we can open and close those as necessary. Of course, just like any other ellipsoidal light or any other spotlight, you have your four shutters. You can use to shape the light however you need. You can make pretty much any quadrilateral shape out of that. So that's most of the things that are cool with our Aputure spotlight mount. Again, it is looking like it's going to be $499 and is compatible with our 120D series and our 300D series of lights. So here we have our Aputure lantern. It's our new lighting modifier. Let me dim this down for you real quick so you can see what it is. So as you can see, it's basically a gem ball, China ball style modifier with the Bowens mount attached on top. So it's again compatible with any of our 300D or 120D series lights. It's really easy, a single stop diffusion and a 360 omnidirectional light spread horizontally, and vertically it'll go 270 degrees of spread. One of the major things that we're including with this that other manufacturers do not include is our 4-part skirt. So we have the ability to roll this all the way down so you have a small pool of light underneath this while retaining its softness, or you can roll this up so you can expose as much of it as needed. You can show the whole thing or just a quarter of it. The Velcro allows you to control it in any shape that you need. It's super easy to build and collapse. I'll show you right here. Take this off. All you have to do is open it or close it. You just push down on the inside and you have this frame right here. That's all it is. And then in order to build it again, you just slip it in. Just push down. A real easy gem ball, China ball style build. Really easy to use. Just slap it right back onto your 120D or 300D right afterwards. And you're good to go. Again, super controllable, soft top light that you're going to be able to use in a lot of situations. In fact, you don't even need to use it as a top light. You can use this as a giant softbox that'll give you really even light for your talent or your subject.